to a link now. See? I have a circle link. So if I click on it, I open up to the Alaska web page. And that's what we're looking for. And if you notice, the page opened up in a new tab. So I'll go ahead now, bring Photoshop back up, and we'll start with our next object, which would be the rectangle. I've pulled guides down around here where I want my rectangle, and I'm going to go ahead and select my rectangle tool. You don't have to use the guides, it makes it a little easier. So I use the guides, and there it is. So the points I need, I'm going to select my direct selection tool, and the points I need this point up here, and I need this point down here. So this point up here is 122 or 123, 113, and the one down here is 178, 146. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull up my notepad and I'll type those coordinates in under my rectangle. Okay, so I have my coordinates in here for my rectangle. I can go ahead and do a save on it, and I bring my web browser back up, do a refresh, because every time you refresh it, that loads the new page. And if I go to Colorado, you'll see my mouse starts to change. See, and I have a rectangle coordinate there. If I click on it, I've opened up to the Colorado website. Okay, the last one's the poly. So the poly is the one that's a little bit more complicated. What I use for a poly, I use the pin tool. The pin tool creates a path. First thing I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and I'll clear my guides. I'll clear all my guides out so they're out of the way. Now the pin tool creates a path. Every time I click the pin tool, it creates an anchor point. Each anchor point will be a coordinate for my image map. So I'll start here. I'll go here. I'll just start clicking around the borders of the state. Now you can be real precise with this, but for this lesson, I'm just going to shortcut it a little bit. I'm going to cut a little bit of the state out. I could, though, go all around at each corner and do it real nice, but I'm just trying to do it fast for you guys. Okay, so once I've created my closed path, I go ahead and I select my direct selection tool again, and I select the path. Now you can see all the anchor points. Each anchor point will be a coordinate. So the first coordinate will be 10 by 72. The next coordinate would be 40 by 50. The next coordinate will be 33 by 110. And the next one is 66 by 158. And we just go around each point like that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pause the video real quick so I can write the coordinates down, and then we'll go ahead and put them in the file. One thing else to notice before we add these is, when I went around these points, this was my start point, this is my last point. So I worked my way around clockwise with it, and I got my coordinates for each point. So now we open up my text my notepad, and I just put the coordinates in while I had this on pause to save a little time. I know you didn't want to sit there and watch me type numbers in, but these are my coordinates for the poly. So if I go ahead and I do a Control S and save it, I bring my web browser up, do a refresh, and you'll see for the state of California, see when I go to Oregon it changes, Nevada it stops. See, I have a poly around here. If I click on it, it opens up to the state of California website. Now, I'll go ahead and show you what I've done using Dreamweaver. So we've gone ahead and these are the coordinates we've used. You know, these are the shapes. So now, if I open up Dreamweaver, because Dreamweaver is very good at this, and it's very easy to image map when you use Dreamweaver. I'm just showing you this. So if I go ahead and I open that file up in Dreamweaver, see it shows you those hot spots I just made. You know, and then in Dreamweaver, if you were using it to make a hotspot, you click on your image, you put your map name in, and then down here are your is your rectangle, your circle, and your poly. So if I wanted to do a poly around the state of Texas, you know, I could start right here and I can just work my way around Texas, you know, just by clicking. You know, it saves a lot of time. Like I said, this tool here works very well for this, but you can't use it for the class. I'm just showing you though, so you can see how easy it is. So now I have a hotspot for the state of Texas. So if I save my map using Control S, preview it in my browser, you'll see around Texas I have a hotspot now. But I didn't add a link to it, so it's not gonna, you know, I didn't add the Texas link. But just so you can, I just wanted to show you that. And so what it did is, if I open my code view up, see, it shows you all the coordinates for the state of Texas. As you can see, when you do a circle or a rectangle, the coordinates are very easy. But when you're doing a polys, the coordinates can get very complicated. But the coordinates are all in sets. For each point has 2 sets of numbers. And that's why I like to use the pen tool in Photoshop, because it creates those anchor points, and each anchor point gives me the set of numbers. Well, I hope this lesson has showed you how to, you know, do the image map and maybe explained any questions you had on it. For any more resources, be sure to visit my website, www.thewebparrots.com. You know, I have a resource page there set up for you guys. There's a lot of online information available. You know, it's just some quick links. Steve has a lot of the same links up too. I just have them all in one place where you can go and you can click to like learn about HTML programming, JavaScript, Perl, Java. You know, some of those resources are on my website. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.